Greetings, friends. I am Vitaly Portnikov. President Vladimir Putin's visit to North Korea has effectively destroyed the relations between Russia and South Korea. It has completely and thoroughly undone all the steps taken by Russia itself over the past several decades to improve these relations, and in doing so, it has reversed the progress made. Observers, in the eyes of many, view the signing of the treaty between Russia and North Korea as South Korea's biggest diplomatic defeat, a significant event. And I undoubtedly and strongly believe that this is Russia's biggest diplomatic defeat. Another step by Russia towards international isolation. A demonstration that Vladimir Putin is willing to sacrifice any achievements of Russian diplomacy for the sake of the war with Ukraine. During the Soviet era, as is indeed a well-known fact, there were no diplomatic relations between the capitals of Moscow and Seoul. The leaders of the Soviet Union in particular preferred to maintain relations exclusively and specifically with North Korea. Yes, indeed, North Korea itself actually appeared on the political map of the world only thanks to the significant efforts by the hands of the Soviet Union and the Communist China. However, ever since the late 1990s, it has been possible to already speak of a significant and growing partnership between the countries of Russia and South Korea, which has continued to develop over the years. The normalization of these diplomatic and political relations began during the transformative era of significant changes in the Soviet Union and the early formative years of New Russia. Now it can indeed be said that Russia has truly and undoubtedly become old Soviet and has returned to the past. And for such a Russia, indeed, special relations with North Korea are a very high priority, especially when North Korea is undoubtedly ready to supply Russia with weapons for the war with Ukraine, currently in the ongoing conflict. The past is also indeed an article about Russia's readiness to defend North Korea historically. Such an article appeared in the treaty between the two countries back in the era of Nikita Khrushchev, which holds historical significance. But it is obvious that in recent times, there was no need to even think about Russia intervening in the Korean conflict. Historically, Russia has maintained a stance of non-intervention in such matters. However, now the situation has changed, and the dynamics of international relations have shifted. At this moment, Vladimir Putin is fully prepared to offer his North Korean ally, Kim Jong-un, comprehensive protection against what he claims to be the aggressive actions and potential threats coming from South Korea. And of course, this decision contradicts all the agreements at the UN Security Council level in which Russia has repeatedly participated, and details and implications and ramifications and consequences and outcomes, and which also served as a platform in order to further foster mutual understanding and cooperation between Russia and South Korea. However, it is clearly obvious that no one in Moscow is even trying to regret the collapse of relations with Seoul, absolutely in any way. The Russian ambassador to South Korea, who was summoned to the country's Ministry of Foreign Affairs to express a strong and formal protest regarding the new and controversial agreement between Moscow and Pyongyang, aggressively and firmly told his counterparts in the Korean Foreign Ministry that they should not speak to Russia in such a disrespectful and condescending tone. The ambassador's reaction was seen as a clear indication of the heightened tensions between the two nations. For Seoul, it is evident that Moscow has crossed red lines in its policy on the Korean peninsula, which has caused significant concern and tension among the international community. South Korea, a nation known for its remarkable technological advancements and robust economy, is also ready to cross red lines and is preparing to supply weapons to Ukraine, despite the serious threats and stern warnings from Vladimir Putin himself, the president of Russia. It is also clear that the Russian president's recent and significant decision clearly confirms the correctness of South Korea's well-thought-out and strategic policy regarding the creation of a robust and effective defense alliance with the United States and Japan. Before Vladimir Putin's highly anticipated visit to North Korea, it seemed that the danger existing for the region was merely theoretical, with many experts debating the potential risks. North Korea itself, in fact, wouldn't actually instigate any kind of significant reaction from neighboring countries into taking military action against it. He has firmly decided not to use any weapons or military force to demonstrate his political influence or weight in any situation. However, now that there is a strategic and military alliance between two authoritarian dictators, and both Russia and North Korea possess advanced and highly destructive nuclear weapons, concerns about real and tangible security in the region become much more serious and pressing, raising alarms among neighboring countries and international communities. And the main result of Putin's visit to North Korea will not be the potential supply of North Korean weapons to the Russian army, or the so-called fabricated friendship between Russia and North Korea, but rather a significant new and strengthened and enhanced defense alliance between the United States, Japan, and South Korea. A new level of significant mutual understanding between South Korea and Japan within this new alliance and partnership. This is indeed exactly what Vladimir Putin successfully achieved with his diplomatic trip, although obviously he had other goals. Thank you, friends. Stay on this channel, subscribe to it, and help spread it.